Hi. Hello. Welcome to Say What with Waht and Chris. I'm Waht.
I'm Chris.
And we're going to get started at 3 minutes and 55 seconds. And the only reason why I say that is because I accidentally copied and pasted last week's when I got started. And it was at 3 minutes and 55 seconds, which I could redo, but
no, I don't get what? I don't get it.
So last week when I went live, I guess I started talking about the topics at 3 minutes and 55 seconds. So I just copied and pasted the information from the drop-down menu below into this week's. And so it says that I will go live in 3 minutes and 55 seconds. So kind of have to hold true to that. Thank you so much for the super chat. Baba, baby, Binky Blanket. She was the first in the room. She's very excited. She said, yay. She gave us a super chat. So thank you so much for that. For those of you guys who are joining us, I see there's 16 people in the room. If we can go ahead and get some thumbs up, that would be great. I would love, now there's 15 people in the room. I would love 15 likes. You know what I'm saying? 13 people in the room. So I would love 13 likes. People are just, they came in, they saw, they didn't like, and they left is what happened.
Yeah. They didn't like left.
They didn't like it and they left. Okay, Martine, JW. Hi, Chris, says JW. Hi, Waht. Christine Gonzalez. Oh, Christian Gonzalez, hello.
Yeah, he's my
your name, but hello. And then we've got Anissa. Hey, baddies. Hey, girl. We've got Martine. Good evening. We've got my lovely moderator, Tiana. Hi, Tiana. We've got Mickey in the his house. You know what I'm saying? Mickey, she's a moderator for both Chris and I. She's an active, avid member of, our channel. We don't have, just both of our channels. You know what I'm saying? So is Tiana, and so is, I believe, JW as well. You made it, KW. You made it. JW, doing the most. I love it. I see your heart from Facebook. I appreciate it. Hello from Toronto. We've got another Canadian. Mickey, aka Quasimodem, is in Canada as well. I was going to say Canada. Is in Canada as well, Andreas. So, she's in Toronto as well, I believe. Right, Mickey? Mickey loves us. Thank you so much. I'm gonna go get my fan because I am already beginning to perspire. Thank you. And Christian, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Look at Chris. Chris is giving us like mussy hair. Like, is that not the word? Okay, maybe it's not. It's just like mussy. I don't know. That's not the word. That's what is basically the.
What is mussy?
It's not the word.
What does it mean? Sex hair?
Yeah. We're not going to start at 3:55. I have to go get my fan. So there's that. I'll be back.
You guys, what's happening? Were you guys here last week when I wasn't here, but Waht just did it by herself? Oh my God. I know. I was traveling, but she did such a good job. But I'm back and I'm excited. And, I don't know if she's going to, I looked at the topics. I furiously texted Waht things to talk about today. I didn't see Khan on the schedule, but there was some Khan looks that I also really, really liked. So there's, I'm excited to talk about things for sure. And we picked topics that I think are conversation worthy and promoty without being obviously intense situations. We don't have to talk about, and I feel bad about this, but the Haitian assassination, I'm not going to talk about that, but while that happened, they assassinated the president of Haiti. Did you even know that? Did you know that? Honey, they came in and they shot him. And they wounded his wife. And I love that. I was like, I'm not going to talk about this. And it's the first thing I'm talking about. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I have like nothing to tell you about this other than, I don't know, you know, but like at one point, I think maybe like a picture was floating around of his like dead body. And supposedly they shot the man in the privates. And they're saying it's an inside job. And by they're saying, I mean the comments on Shade Room.
Wow. That was worth to say. Thank you for saying that. But let's jump right in. Hey guys. Whoa. What channel? What is this?
I know. I'm not gonna talk about this, but do you know that this happened? Like, it's horrifying, you know?
Hi guys. Welcome to Say What with Waht and Chris. I'm Waht.
I'm Chris.
And this is episode 16, you guys. We are moving merrily along. Chris wasn't with us last week. A lot has happened this week. Chris just mentioned an assassination of the Haitian president and the wounding of his wife. For those of you guys who are not watching this live or who are going to watch the playback, that is what we briefly spoke about. But this is a light, fun place, and so we're not going to go much into it, but we do need you to know that happened, and now there's going to be obvious repercussions to those actions. Martine says, I'm Haitian and I'm confused by the story, and she said big ups to Haiti with the flag, you know, so there's that. Anywho, so Sway Jones, listen, everything else after now, super shallow. Okay, just need you to know that. So don't feel like you need to be deep right now, you know? Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as our friend Mickey, aka Quasimodem, has said for you to do, and we would appreciate it. 29 people in this room, 2 loves from Facebook, and we love you guys back. So Chris, tell us.
I know.
Danielle! Again! You are spoiling me, Danielle. You are spoiling me. I can't take it. Danny Green Eyes is in the house. If you guys don't know, Danny Ogaz is my homegirl from back in the day. Okay? We worked at Starbucks together. We were bibes together. Okay? I think I knew Danny before I met you, Chris. We worked at Starbucks for like maybe a month or 2 together. And then Danny went to France. I don't know. To drink wine and eat cheese, okay? She went to France, and then she was gone. And then one day, I was walking around the Century City Mall, because I worked there, saw this bitch, manager of Hollister, and said, come work with me, ho. And I was like, okay, bitch, let's work together. We worked together for a smooth month and a half, where I said, every time anybody walked in, hey, welcome to Hollister. Check out our shorts. They're great. And so, like, Danny's one of those people who, like, I shouldn't, like, it's meant to be, you know? We've met one time in life, and then we met a completely different time in life, and now we're back together. And she is in so much support of me and my fertility trying. Thanks, honey bunny. I'm going to be in Dallas-Fort Worth soon. I was going to text you and tell you because I have a layover there that's 2 hours, and I just don't know what your life is like. So I wasn't going to, you know what I'm saying? I'm just going to let you know that's going to happen. So I'll text you on the side, girl, and let you know. This month, I have a 2-hour layover, 2.5-hour layover. So if you want to come to the airport and hang out with me, you can. Okay. Oh my God, Tiana, you were a manager at Starbucks? Girl, we were working at Starbucks before there was food. I know you guys don't remember that, but right before there was food, I quit because I was like, I'm not serving people fucking food. Okay. We're a drinks place. Anyways, Margot says, Chris's face. Let's jump right into our first topic.
So much to say, though. Just quickly, like, we can do in 2 hours. My love, the huge ass airport, Dallas-Fort Worth. It's a black hole of an airport. Like, by the time you get out, like an hour, like, you're going to go right back in. I mean, God bless. She's going to have to, like, go into your terminal and have, like, I don't want to tell you, like, a drink at Sunset News, you know, and it's going to be like a Powerade. Like, you're not going to have time.
Okay. She also has a tiny baby. So, like, it's not, I just wanted to tell her so that she knew. Not that I have any expectations of you, girl. Not at all. Because I'm going to be with my boss right now. And so we're just going to be hanging out. I can't leave, but I'll be with my boss. Anywho, let's jump right into the first topic. Let's go. Chris, thank you so much for sending me all these things. And let's first talk about this one because I know a lot about it. So this is, if you guys haven't seen in the news for like the last 2 months, is Sha'Carri Richardson. Sha'Carri Richardson is an athlete. She does track and field. And she was the next upcoming bad bitch on the block, okay? And she won a race and everybody was like loving it. And then her mother passed away. In fact, she found out her mother passed away while doing an interview. And the interviewer, I think, was the one who like told her and was like, oh, you know, whatever. Let me not say that. She found out during an interview that her mother passed away. And this makes me really sad because when I think about athletes and all the work that they've done to get to the Olympics or to be somebody that people are watching pre-Olympics, I think that the mother had to have been, or the parents had to have been like an integral part of their journey. And to have that person die, it's kind of like when Kanye West's mother died. I believe Jennifer Hudson's mother died in like a crazy way. I know her brother did. Like, you know, when people's parents die as their star is rising, it's got to be hard, right? So she smoked a little weed to get through it. And then she was tested. And then she was outed. Is that me?
Yes.
Oh my God. First of all, the person who's FaceTiming me, Chris, wait. Oh my God. Oh my God. So much has happened. Okay, so much. Okay, my mind is blown. Okay, anyways, let's get back to Sha'Carri. So anybody that has had a situation where that has happened to them, I don't know how to put my phone on disabled, on like do not disturb. So, I mean, I don't know how to put my computer on do not disturb. So sorry about that. So she was disqualified from the 2021 Summer Olympics in Tokyo. And so the idea was that because she was put on probation for a certain amount of time, that once she was off that probation, when the US Olympics, when another Olympics happened, she would be able, when the US Olympic trials happened, she would have been able to qualify because she would have been out of that time frame, right, of her probation or suspension because of the drug use. And so they've decided, no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that she would have been off suspension, that they're not going to invite her to join the U.S. Olympic team for the next individual race. And so people are in her corner because they're like, the circumstances are A, her mother passed away, and B, it's not like weed is a performance enhancing drug, right? It's not. So it's not like she was doing something like steroids that would put her at an advantage over other people. And then, so now there's a kind of conversation because several athletes, have come to her defense saying like, that's not fair. It's not fair for her to be kicked out of her whole career with the Olympics kind of being like shelved for the time being. And the U.S. Olympic, group had something to say. They talked about the integrity of their community and blah, 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 blah. And like, my thought is, I remember when Michael Phelps did drugs, like smoked marijuana, like, was that the same? Was it different? Was it a different time in his career? Perhaps it was. And so it's just kind of like, she's a human, right? She tweeted that she's a human. She understands what happened. The policy is the U.S. anti-doping, policy. And she's kind of accepted the repercussions of her choices, but people are kind of fighting. So I'm going to read a quote. People don't understand what it's like to have to go in front of the world and put a face on and hide my pain. Who am I to tell you to cope when you're dealing with the pain and you're dealing with struggle that you haven't experienced before or thought you would never have to deal with? So it's just kind of a sad thing right now. There is some kind of hope that if like the community kind of bands behind her and supports her, then there will be a different outcome for her future. Maybe this won't like put a blight on her career going forward, because of the circumstance. And I really do hope the best for her. I talked to my sister about it and she feels like rules are rules, Chris.
I mean, this, first of all, I'm so happy Rihanna came out. A lot of people have been coming out. I mean, here's the thing. It doesn't make any sense to me why, if something isn't performance enhancing and it's legal, she was smoking it in a state that it's legal, which is, I think Washington was where her training camp was, Washington North, or Oregon or something in the Pacific Northwest. Then at that point, it's legal there. It's, but at the same time, there's been a lot of outdated regulations coming our way from the Olympic Committee, and we have been shocked and slighted by some of the decisions that they have made recently. And there is a lot on the table regarding debate about many things. So not just this, but there has been, the stories that come out, there was one girl, this is, okay, so let me just say this. Let me break this down. There are some things that are specifically centered toward Black athletes that have happened. So like almost a trifecta. So that happened. And then there was the Olympic Committee outlawed, if you will, banned these natural hair swimming caps that are made from women of natural hair for swimming, obviously, that is more conducive to and healthy for them. But basically, the ruling was it does not follow the natural shape of the head. But then you argue, like, what is, because they're not skin tight back here. They have some option. Listen, I didn't try it on. I'm looking at the picture. Go ahead, Waht.
Is it aerodynamic? Are they saying it's like a shark fin, so it helps them glide through the water better? 1, 2, Amy Wells. Thank you so much for that super chat. The whole time while her picture was up, I was on another website, so I wasn't even seeing your guys' comments. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so that happened, right? Which is, it feels like you don't quite understand then the natural head of the, or the natural diversity of hair on your athletes. It feels off-center, like, no, that's not the right ruling, because for athletes that have different textured hair or a thicker hair, I'm not quite sure exactly what's happening. I'm like the word, but it's just, it's not like you have to have these specific hair things to make any sense. Plus, for women, you would think that their actual swim caps, if they're not tight to the head, if they give, they actually might impede on a few seconds of that swimmer's time. It wouldn't help them. Truly, I don't understand that's what I'm saying. Like, the aerodynamics does not help them, I think. So that was one thing. There are also some runners, some Olympic athletes, I think they're sprinters that came out of, I'm going to say African countries. I want to say they're from Nairobi specifically, but I am so sorry if I got that wrong. Specifically, there are some women who had higher testing of testosterone levels naturally reoccurring. And because of that, they were disqualified to run. Now, this brings up, of course, a whole other conversation, my loves, about testosterone testing, what that means, and how you classify gender, and specifically what I'm talking about with these women are specifically biological born women who, what I'm assuming is through the culture of where they are from, perhaps their natural bodies are more testosterone than other parts. So it feels, again, like a diverse natural, diverse natural thing that the Olympics Committee are not saying is right or specific. What it feels like, and I know I'm not choosing my words as well as I wish I did, but it feels like their classifications and definitions of natural or normal is, of course, the scope is way too small. It doesn't take into account what's happening genetically for many different people. So that's what I want to say about that. That was the so it was the hair thing and what they did to Sha'Carri. I know I was saying it wrong, but I was like saying it right in my mind. Which is really, really sad. But remember, like, there was a woman that got taken off the Olympic team because she ate supposedly a pork burrito, honey, and it had like antibiotic in it.
Oh my God. Okay.
Can you turn it off, my love? Do you know how to turn off your do not disturb?
Can you tell me how to do that on my phone?
Love it.
Yeah, tell me how to do. Not on my phone. Can you tell me how to do it on my computer?
Yeah. So this is for everyone. I'll help you right now with a Mac. Ready? Go to your right side, the very, very right side on the top. You have the 3 dots on the thing. Go up there, click it.
I don't have any three dots.
The top is right, is in 3 dots, and where it brings up if you push it today, notifications, night shift, do not disturb. Interesting.
There you go. There's this thing.
No.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Now,
it looks different.
Here's the thing. I'm going to tell you this. There are 2 sides to this, which is, yes, she knew that she shouldn't smoke weed, and she decided to smoke weed. And that is so specifically something that you would do, make an improper decision at her exact age in life. No matter if you were under any stress of any Olympicness, no matter if your mom died anyway. That's like a decision that every college like, oh, wait, I should do this. Now I'm going to do this. I want to do this instead. I did it a bunch of times. You know how many times I fell asleep in class with just in front of a person who had their degree and was teaching me something that my dad was paying hundreds of $1,000s for. I would just be like, is rude as hell. Rude AF. I would walk around campus in flip-flops. Horrible. Unelegant. My feet just disgusting. Would go to bed like that. I wouldn't do this now for a billion years. No, I'm so sorry. I'm a disgusting troll. But what I'm saying is this woman smoked a little weed. Her mom died while she was in the Olympics. Like 100%. It couldn't be more natural or human. Not the word natural again. It couldn't be a more human thing to happen. And she is an insane athlete, and she is going to dominate. And I'm just so excited to see what happens, for she seems very colorful and opinionated and bold, and she seems very fun. And so we're going to have more of her. And, you know, this is just a part of the beginning part of her story. She's a star. We'll see her for the rest of her life. Look at her. Look, she's going to win everything, honey, when she comes back. That woman can't stop running. She's great.
Yeah, I agree with you. Okay, so here's what I'm doing. I'm sorry, I'm terrible. Chris, I'm going to let you talk about a couple, because I don't understand quite what you sent it to me. And it is this couple. I don't quite understand what the drama is with them. I'm going to let you talk about them. And I'm going to step aside to tell this person to stop calling me. Let me do that, because it's out of country.
Yeah. You just told me
Let me just do this so that I can see, like, hey, give me a second. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Okay.
Or
so
never.
There's this. I'm going to take myself out, but I'm still here. Okay.
Okay. So now here is the horrible truth I'm going to put my face right here. You guys, this was Twitter drama and Instagram drama. So this is super, super dumb. And I'm excited to talk to you about it. Now I'm only bringing up to make sure I get their names right, because it isn't like I know these people. So this is Travis Kelce, honey, Kelce, and he is a football player with the Kansas City Chiefs, and he's really good. He's like 6'5", and he look at him. My God, that's someone who's unfortunately going to have a huge head for the rest of his life and dress that way, because he's making millions of dollars. Okay. Millions. And that's his girlfriend, honey. And we can call her a wag, honey. And she is Kayla Nicole. Kayla Nicole is an Instagram host, model, fitness enthusiast, has a fitness program. She's on that Instagram, honey. She's a Savage ambassador. So that was probably a really big deal for her. And she's a hot ass wag, and has been dating this dude for 2 years. Now, this dude also had an dating show to find a woman, which he found this girl and then dated for a couple of months. And then supposedly he met his new girlfriend. Why do I can't remember? His name is Travis. Her name is Kayla. Travis met this Kayla that were in front of us. And she doesn't really look like that on her Instagram. On Instagram. So supposedly she said he stalked her, and then she DM'd him. Now, why we're talking about this is this. Kayla goes on Instagram and it's like, why do I see everyone wearing Chanel and Hermes? Why? How does everyone have the money for that? Why do I see everyone on Instagram walking around with designer clothes all the time? How are you affording it? How is anyone affording it? I can't afford it. And she said I can barely afford Zara, which Zara is fast fashion, elevated fast fashion. Now, this was, I must have taken that away. This was confusing, because we were all the people on Twitter, I just found out about this today, but they were like, girl, your dude that you've been with, has a $50 million contract. Does he not take care of you? Doesn't he spoil you a little bit? You can't afford Zara. Why can't you afford Zara, girl? Like you should be able to afford like many shopping sprees and I can't talk shopping sprees in Zara. And then she's like, it's fine, it's fine. And he's like, he starts tweeting and he's like, oh, my girl's independent and don't worry, I spoil her. And he's like, my girl's just independent, y'all. And then later she's like, me and my man are totally fine and we're on a yacht in Lake Tahoe. So we're cool. Now, that made me LOL. And this is me bitchy and petty of me. She said that she was on a yacht, and I was like waiting for like where, honey, in Cannes. I mean, we know that's happening right now in Saint-Tropez and Nice. And she's like in Lake Tahoe, which I love Lake Tahoe and it's beautiful, but it's like, oh, okay, yeah. No, Lake Tahoe's great. Could you imagine, Waht, if I was like, F you, Waht, listen, F you, I'm going to go on my mega yacht with my man in Lake Havasu. That's where we are. Like, you're just like, oh, that sounds fun.
Listen, this person hasn't contacted me in months. And I'm just like, did their mother pass? Like, what's going on? Because also I just talked to my uncle, and my uncle was like, so blah 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 blah, and I was like, nah, that fool, so.
Now you're having a personal conversation with me online right now. Do they know what you're talking about? I don't know.
They don't need to know. It's fine.
Okay, so do you have anything to say about this, what we're talking about?
I honestly have when you sent that to me, I'm looking at it and I'm just like, what? Here's the deal. You know how I personally feel about a man taking care of a woman. Like, there's a part of me that is like, it terrifies me to the nth degree. It terrifies me to the nth degree to give over my life to someone and allow them to pay my bills and do all these things, specifically and especially if they're not my husband. And so from what I read, that person is not her husband. And like, even though he signed a deal, we don't necessarily know how many family members he needs to take care of. And maybe she's insisted that she wants to pay her own bills and live her own life. And she's just asking like a question. And there's a lot of assumption that he should be taking care of her and he should be purchasing all these things for her. And my thing is like, we don't know where he comes from either. And maybe their joint decision is to not spend a bunch of money on Birkins and nonsense that it's unnecessary. So like, and it's also because of my age that I think this. If I were 24, 22, and I were to be with a rich boyfriend, absolutely I would expect him to pay for my shit. Like, I would be like, I don't understand, we're going to get married. Because at that young age, am I talking about the right thing, Chris? Go ahead.
Yeah. But he's so rich. But okay, go. And she is young, I think. But okay.
To me, he's not rich. He's just signed a deal. Like, I don't know how that money's coming to him. Like, is it coming to him for over a 5 year period? Is it in stipends? Is it right all up front? And has he put some aside for his future children? And you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So at this old age, I wouldn't think like, okay, he should be taking care of her life. And but at her age, I might be like, okay, yeah, you should be paying for me. Like, I'm your girlfriend. We're obviously going to get married. But you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I thought as a 22-year-old, 24-year-old, 25-year-old, that whoever I was with, I was obviously going to marry. But now as a 40-year-old, I'm just like, that person, I'm not going to marry that person. Like, like, I don't need you to pay my bills. You're not going to tell me what to do. You're not going to tell me where to go. You're not going to tell me nothing shit. So like, you know what I'm saying? But I have a different thing. So, I could be wrong.
Listen, you're not wrong for you, but as you see, like I'm like feeling Angelica, I'm feeling Miriam, I'm feeling Patricia, which is this, like, that's his recent deal. He's been to many a Pro Bowl. He's already, like, he's been playing for a long time.
He has. Okay.
Yes. He's one of the biggest NFL stars. I mean, he's a real big deal. So he can afford, listen, I'm going to tell you this. It's crazy to have someone on Instagram have like a bunch of different Chanel bags. That's crazy. But it's not crazy to think that in your lifetime as a woman, if you like designer thing, it's not crazy to think that you could ascertain 2 Chanel bags in your life, a tan one, a black one. I mean, that's because they're about $6,000. So I'm just saying, like, that's okay. 6 to 12,000 basic. I don't know if you're saying, I don't know if that face is that's a lot. I don't know if that's a face is a little. I don't know. There's way more. You could buy a basic Chanel for probably like $6,000 to $7,000, and that's the flat bag maybe. And definitely, cheaper if you buy it on resale. Now, here's the thing. If that's something that you want, then you can ascertain that it's not a big deal. But what, of course, I want to say is there should be absolutely no like scrounging for the rest of your life to buy Chanel bags. What a horrible thing to waste money on. You don't even need to. The point of buying luxury and well-made craftsmanship is that you invest in pieces that will last not only your lifetime, but longer. You give these pieces away or you will them. I mean, whatever, God bless. So what is crazy to me is that if you have this woman who like is this, and she's hot, and she's getting COVID tested to quarantine with him so he can play. Like there is a point that as a wag and as a football wife or whatever, that you do in fact give a part of your life over to your significant other, because so much of their life is their work. If you think about these women who are like holding down things, their families and stuff, like, yes, they've been dating for 3 years. There is not one person, I mean, in this world that I think I could understand which is situation like this, where like she doesn't deserve to be spoiled in some way. Now, I'm not saying she deserves a Chanel bag in every color, but she deserves one a year. She's had 2 years with like a multi-millionaire. I mean, so yeah, I'm happy. I love you guys. Having a man pay for your lifestyle, I don't always think means you lose your ability to take care of. Wait, having a man pay for your lifestyle, I don't think always means you lose your ability to take care of yourself. I don't either. I think that as I really lean into my traditional femininity, I see the value of letting a man take care of me so I can sit comfortably in my femininity as a complement to his masculinity. And that's only for certain men, but definitely someone who is making that amount of money and has that kind of career, like he should be letting his female sit comfortably in her femininity if he is in a cisgender heterosexual relationship, which these people are. Yes, Waht.
First of all, what does WAG mean?
Oh, wives and girlfriends of ballers.
Okay. Also, Tiana, I can't even talk to you right now. Like, you're on timeout. Okay, Tiana, you're on timeout. This lip color is, I don't have it here, but it's from the Lip Bar. I don't know what it's called, girl. Sorry. Hot Cocoa Bang Bang agrees with Chris. JW says, but then again, she says she can't afford it. I'm sure he's doing this share to take care of making it rain. I need to talk to you offline more about a man taking care of you so you could sit in your femininity. I need to better understand that. That's such a great, such an interesting concept, but I need to understand it more because I don't. I don't. Like, what does that mean? Like, I feel like I can sit in my femininity. Like, the only man that I would ever feel truly comfortable with paying my bills is would A, be a man who I was with on the comeuppance, or B, my dad. My brother, he could buy me things. I accept.
You know what? I thought about this today. Being spoiled by your dad or being spoiled by your romantic partner are different. Your dad spoils you by giving you, the best of education, your best food. Your dad spoils you by treating you like a princess. And your romantic, and again, I'm only talking about traditional cisgender heterosexual relationships. Like that's so. And let me also say that my personal feeling is that everyone should live however they want to live in their whole life, and please find a partner that vibes with you and your energy, that makes you feel at home, and that can be an authentic connection for any of you. So everything I'm saying right now is what I want in my situation and what I'm seeing in other ones like this. So having said that, if I'm going to go back to traditional hunter-gatherer things, I know I'm a gatherer, I like to make things, I love to settle a place. I love to this about me, I'm not, anyway, so my settling in my feminine spirit is not one that has to fiercely go after money in that way, because it's against my nature to have to like feed it with my basic necessities myself. Having said that, it's not everyone's privilege to say what I am saying. But I'm talking about the way that we talk about male and females and through the years. So in this situation, to let me sit in my feminine spirit, which would be to need and complement the gifts I have, which is the gatherer, or like making a life full, beautiful, colorful, exciting, fun, by like planning, or by cooking, by cleaning, by picking, by like birthing children and taking care of them and nursing them and raising them. Like all of that is so much feminine work. And so I want a man that understands that as work and therefore will let me do that while taking one stress off of me, which is that I'll make money. I'll let you sit in this, do what you want to do. I'm going to unburden you by taking the money thing out, and I'll take care of you. And I'll, like that's, I guess what, this is very traditional, but yeah, well, like that's, I feel like what we're talking about.
Okay. And I can definitely see that. I guess that I'm like, that man would need to make a lot of money and then convince me that they loved me, loved me down, for me to then kind of give into what you just described fully. Because here's the deal. I will have the kids. I will clean certain rooms in the house. I will not cook because I don't enjoy it. If I can make a lunch, I can make a dinner. A breakfast. But the dinner, that's not Waht Melina.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, it would be those three things for him to convince me that it's okay to do so. And then I would be comfortable to do it. But because of this ripe old age that I am, the idea of me finding that person and having this life within like a year and a half, really 6 months, because I'm going on my baby journey in October. So like if a guy, like that's not going to be my personal reality, because I'm like jumping on the baby train. You know what I'm saying? So like it just doesn't seem feasible for me. But I see what you're saying. And like I said, if I were in my 20s, I would 100% feel the same way. And I would agree. Just for me though, personally, where I'm at in my life, I'm like.
I also want to say that the burden of having enough money for your needs does not mean that the woman doesn't or can work. You know what I'm saying? What I'm telling you is like, you either work outside the house or you don't, or you have whatever you want to do outside the house or you don't. The burden is not on you. But if you want to work and you want to save your own money because you feel like you want to have your own like savings, which is why it's very, very smart, you do.
Yeah. And that's what I would do. Like I would contribute, right, to our group savings, and I would do all those things too. But also I need to know that if he were to decide to be an asshole, we're 38 minutes in, so I can cuss now, that I would be able to take care of myself afterwards. And I think it's just me not trusting that I would find somebody at this ripe old age, unless he was like 65, that would be willing to just, I don't know. I'm just like jaded. I'm jaded. And I'm sorry, guys, I'm jaded. I just feel like.
Can I talk to Spearwood? Chris, how would you take care of yourselves for the relationship end? So 2 things. I'm 21. So I have been working this whole time in various things. And I've been like, quote unquote, educating myself in the 20 years that I'm doing various things. And I would also recommend anyone to do so. So you have to invest in yourself. You have to be a smart person. You have to have like some means to have skills in which, to like take care of yourself and or build something for yourself. I think that in this situation, I still want, in my idea, for the man to take care of the needs, and I still work. So I am still making money, and I am still like contributing to a resume and or a skill set that would make me a viable candidate. So I guess if I'm okay, so like this is whatever it is. Let's just talk about this what we're doing right now, like online, content creating or whatever, like this isn't a viable income to raise a whole family on at this stage for us. And although we wish it was, but like for someone who could like invest in continually doing this, you could still like do this. Now, layering on top, I mean, sometimes I act, my loves, and sometimes I get paid to do so. What a great thing. But for me personally, Chris Farah, how lovely would be, to like be able to continue to act and just not have to worry about being able to pay for a home, but at the same time also, which I am doing, is continually educating myself in different ways in order to like broaden my either investments or my ability to compound money for my future. And I think that that's another reason why, I'm 21. I did even have to ask, like, just look at these pores, my loves. What do you think? So, I'm not saying this works for everyone, but at the same time, I'm also talking about probably someone who does want to have children. How would someone, it's very hard to do everything. So this is what I would pick and choose for myself.
Yeah. Okay. I 100%. I'm always interested in hearing your perspective when it comes to this, because I think you and I have different perspectives, and it's really nice and refreshing to hear your side of it.
I want to read this. I've been financially manipulated and dominated in a relationship before, so I will never give up full financial independence or tell a partner how much I am truly worth. Wow. Financially manipulated, like, at first when you're talking about it, I'm like, is it that you're saying that, like, yeah, like someone holds money over your head, which I have? Yeah. Yes, right? So that is something to have money means to have control in some ways, especially for narcissistic people. And then you would have to contend with someone who could do this, of course. So yes. Now, let me say this. A narcissist is going to control you and have like resentment and or jealousy issues across the board. I mean, I can't imagine this person that would be the type of person that would do that also wouldn't get mad if another man, like made eyes at you at a bar, like there's something about that kind of like, I own this, I own that mindset. That's horrible. And don't let anyone ever control you in that way. And you have to know your worth, and that's absolutely true. And I think that knowing your self-worth is important. And if you want to not have to tell everyone your business, that's fine. For me, if I'm married to someone, at that point, if I'm raising kids, that makes sense. But at the same time, I would, at my age, also enter into probably some sort of legal contract that would protect my assets too. You know what I'm saying? That prenup love.
I feel you. Tiana, I understand. Yeah, I know. And we all learn lessons, and we all move forward from that. I've been financially manipulated too, not necessarily by a man, by a parent. And I just don't want to ever give that person the opportunity, or any person the opportunity, to make me feel that way. All right, so we can move on. Now, this is Chris's part, because I don't know much of this, but the Cannes Festival happened. And she sent me 4 pictures of 4 different women's on the red carpet. So this is Minnie Driver, Andie MacDowell. You know what? Minnie Driver and Andie MacDowell are honestly the same person, except for one is Southern and one is British. They both have accents, and to me, they're exchangeable.
That's hilarious. I'm dying. That's hilarious.
It's like Amy Fisher and Amy Adams and Isla Fisher to me.
Oh,
Minnie Driver and Andie MacDowell. That's who they are to me.
Andie MacDowell reads a little older, but the Southern thing and the British thing are just because also Minnie Driver came to me in Circle of Friends, and Minnie Driver was a little plumper back then, and she had a Irish accent in one of my favorite movies. Have you ever seen Circle of Friends?
No, I haven't.
Okay, it has Minnie Driver and a young Chris O'Donnell, and they're like in so what's her name? She was married to Alan Cumming, but like I think she's gay and it's fine, but he's so is gay.
So around.
Sworn, you guys know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so there's like this Irish contemporary like story of these friends, honey, and she loves Chris O'Donnell, and then like, like her friend like fucks her over or whatever. But it's what?
I'm sorry. We're not talking about this person that's on the screen right now, right? We're talking about Minnie Driver.
Okay, I'll go back. So this is Annie McDowell, and honey, she's in Cannes, and people are saying that, like, first of all, she's giving elegant, regal, age appropriate. Now, I'm gonna tell you this. She looks gorgeous right now. She looks gorgeous during these pictures. The dress isn't my favorite in the front, so I did pick a better picture. But look at this elegance. Look at this just understated, refined confidence and womanliness that, like, I mean, jets from her eyes. And by the way, she lived close to our friend Morgan, and they would like walk our dogs together. And at one point, Morgan was like, "Oh my God, I would love to get Annie McDowell and your dad together, but I don't think that's going to work." Anyway.
Yeah, you know what? I love Andie McDowell. Like, there's a movie that she's in with Matthew McConaughey. Any movie she's in, I've loved Andie. I've just like a '90s queen. You know what I'm saying? She's a '90s queen, right? So that's why I love her. You know. So let's move on to our next person, and I don't know who this person is.
Oh, that's Bella Hadid, honey. Bella Hadid, like, of course, I almost feel like, why don't I bring up a Bella Hadid picture? Because of course she's going to kill Icon. But I mean, look at this dress. It's Givenchy.
Givenchy.
Just gorgeous.
Bella Hadid is an Arab woman, and so the only reason why I know her is because Chris Farah always lets me know who's Arab and who's not, and I love it. She's like Shakira, Salma Hayek, Ralph Nader, Arab, and I'm like, oh, no idea.
She's half Palestinian. Her mother is Yolanda Foster, Yolanda Hadid, Yolanda, who knows, honey, what she is now, Yolanda Loving Lemons. And then her father is Mohammed Hadid, who is an architect in LA. But those people, like, certainly have been on their fair share of reality shows, and then their two daughters got, like, to be the biggest models in the whole world. So yeah, they're half Dutch, half Palestinian. And Bella Hadid looks gorgeous, and she looks gorgeous here. But just so everyone here knows, since we're always keeping it real, that woman got a lot of plastic surgery. And I'm only bringing that up because I want people to know that, like, yeah, like, top models like Bella, like, you know, I mean, like, crazy cat eye thread lifts and nose jobs, like, both at a very young age. So do with it what you will.
Okay.
But honey, I will say this also. She's one of the probably the biggest voices of Free Palestine.
Okay. Next, a person is, I love her. I love her. So why can't I remember her name? But she's in Pose. She was also in tons of Broadway musicals, including the original Broadway cast of In the Heights, as well as you have seen her on TikTok singing in a high-ass register. Like, she did some kind of TikTok trend where she just, like, killed the fucking game. She's in Pose. I mean, musical theater boots the hands down. But when we saw her in the Heights, it was pre-transition. I fucking love this woman. I fucking love her. Okay? We're here. So there's that. And then the last person that we have is this person who isn't, you put in the chat, in our text message chat, that this was Jodie Smith. No,
I did not. Later on, Jodie Turner Smith was another one. I just didn't give you the pictures because she also killed it.
Okay, no, let me find it. Because I was like, that's not her. I don't know who this person is, but it's not her.
She's an activist. I know. She's an activist. And this dress is, here, I'll tell you. I'm so sorry I messed up. And I don't know why I didn't give you their names. Jodie Turner Smith had gorgeous gowns as well. She has two that are crazy.
Jodie comes and it turns up with Jodie Foster. Like, come on. Like, who is checking for fucking Jodie Foster is really what I'm wondering. Like, Google is racist. Who is checking for Jodie Foster? No one. No one is checking for her.
I'm so sorry. This woman is a model and an activist, and I'm gonna. God, it wasn't the People article. Oh no! Wow, which article was it?
I don't know, Chris, but who is checking for Jodie Foster?
Not me.
Who is checking for Jodie Foster? This is rude. Oh. Why would you even put up Jodie Foster? Tie and Win. Who is checking for Nell? Silence of the Lamb. Didn't want to come out as lesbian for a long time. Jodie Mother Foster.
Okay,
Why would I be looking for Jodie Foster is my question.
I love Contact. I love that movie so much. Like, a poet. Like, I love it. I love it so much. Okay, this person is Indian model and genocide activist Needhai Sunil wore an ivory Maison Rabia Karouz gown, honey, and that is an Arab designer. And look at this gown. It's like, like of these Arab designers, I like them. My Elise Saab, my loves, like my Reem Akram, my loves. Look at this gorgeousness. I mean, I want that. I want that waist. I want just the goddess, gushy fabric where my titties would be. I want the many, very attractive and also like hiding layers I can just put my tummy behind. What a great dress, Waht.
Okay, here's Jodie.
Oh my God.
What a girl. Oh, come on now.
God.
Tiana, Panic Room was my movie. Listen, I love a Jodie Foster. But when I put in the word Jodie, I'm not looking for Jodie Foster. That's all I have to say.
Wait, do you get Jodie Sweeney too? Wasn't Jodie Sweeney, what's her face on Full House?
Oh, I forgot about her too. I don't know. To me, Jodie is this person. This person is the person that's married to Michael.
Pacey.
Joshua Jackson. Yeah, Pacey, Joshua Jackson. I loved Panic Room too. And that was with don't tell me. Panic Room was with Jodie Foster and a young Kristen Stewart. So please, come on. Who read Twilight on the train, at the cafe, walking down the street in New York City? Who loves Kristen Stewart from Twilight, but then also hate that she broke up the relationship between her and Rob Pattinson? Like, we can't even go into it. I love Jodie Foster. I'm a child of the 90s. What I'm saying is that when we're talking about Jodie in this day and age, we're definitely not talking about Jodie Foster. Okay, so that is it for the cons folk on the red carpet. But it looks like it was great, and I love it. All right, next thing we're going to talk about is Twerkulator. So apparently, not apparently, basically what happened is that JT got out of prison. 1, 2. Thank you for the super chat. Vegan banana bread at Trader Joe's. Listen, Space-Time Continuum. I'm there with you. Okay, so we've got JT. She came out of prison. They delivered this song in May. It's all over TikTok. It's doing really well. And then they dropped a music video. Did Chris leave?
Well, no, I'm right here, but, take your time.
Oh, okay. They dropped a music video, and the music video was directed by none other than Missy Elliott of Missy Elliott, of Timberland and Missy Elliott, of Missy Elliott in her own right. And it was a good music video. The video starts off with a woman walking in a city, being like, oh my God, there's the 50-foot woman. And she's like, starts to twerk. And, love it. I love this music video because I haven't seen JT, I feel like ever in such a long time. This is the first music video we've seen her in. Missy Elliott, I don't know if this was her music video direction debut, but it was a fun, colorful music video. It was an homage to Black people, Black women, Blackness. There was a scene of women in wigs on in the wig store, in the beauty supply. And then there was so much product placement. I mean, Ciroc, the little hair drops, like oil for the hair. There was one other product placement, and these girls danced. JT and Young Miami danced. I liked JT's verse better. Also, the beat is a beat from my childhood. It was like a house beat that I didn't quite put together. And yeah, it was cool. It was a cool little music video.
Yeah, wait, Twerkulator sampled what? I know that song too. Twerkulator sample.
JT is the other member of of City Girls. And yeah, Jessie Lee, she's the better rapper. However, she's the better lyricist, but I think Young Miami has an interesting voice. Now, I don't know if I feel that way because, no, I'm going to tell you, I feel that way because I think that Young Miami's voice is interesting. It's just like, it feels like she's not the rapper. And she's even admitted that JT was the one who was like, hey, you can do this. Let's do this thing. Like, it's okay if you're not a rapper. Like, Young Miami's rhymes don't ever be tight. But I felt like JT got her point across without doing too many PUSSY words and like vulgarness. And then Young Miami, she definitely leans on this PUSSY is blah, blah, blah. And like, for me personally, I can do without the PUSSY word at all times.
Yes.
The name of the song is Twerkulator.
Yes, and the sample is da 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 da. Okay, so this is. Can I play? Why? If I played a moment, would it mess up YouTube copyright or not? Yeah.
It might, but are you playing the original?
Yeah, because yeah.
Okay. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to play it from my phone because my brother and I and my dad danced to it at our 4th of July party.
That's
so I'm going to,
The sample or the original sample or the Twerkulator?
I think I'm on, why can't I find it? Twerkulator.
Oh, okay. I have the original sample up here.
Which is why I'm saying don't play it because it might go off. Whereas like if I play a copy of a copy, it might work. Hold on. Let me send it to myself and then I will put it on.
I'm gonna say I haven't like got okay. I know who the City Girls are, obviously. I just want to say like I haven't been like as ubs with City Girls and kept up with them as like just say like maybe to some of the other rappers out there. Like, like I even kind of like Mulatto more than I like City Girls, but I like JT more than I like Young Miami. And JT is hot. And so I do like seeing her. Now I'm going to say this right now. JT can't twerk, especially in the realm of what we've been seeing recently. So it's interesting to like watch her. Okay. God bless. She can't twerk. And having said that, I can't twerk at all. So she does it better than me, so I can't talk, but at the same time, and I love her, but I'm just saying we're very spoiled right now with like Megan, you know what I'm saying? Like but I mean, even Nikki can twerk better than JT.
Nikki? I don't know that I've ever actually seen Nikki twerk.
Right. You have in the Anaconda video, and she can twerk.
Yeah, but that was like anyone can do that kind of twerking. You can do that kind of twerking, girl. Where you're just on your back and like the fuck?
But JT
was not accepting this
twerking a Twerkulator. Like it's a called Twerkulator, and then when she twerks in this video, you're just kind of like, okay.
How come it won't let me do that thing where no, don't want to do that. I want to share my screen. Okay, can't do that. So let me share my screen because I want to show you guys a video. Window? What does that look like? Entire screen. What does that look like? Chrome tab. Jeez Louise, why won't it let me do this? It won't let me because I didn't format the video properly in order to go in the clips, which is so unfortunate. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do it on my phone because it's so interessante. Let's take off the video.
Just working with her dad, honey, on your life at the block party, and she, Waht, letting it loose.
That's my brother.
Both getting low, honey.
And then here's my dad.
Yeah, I can't. Honey.
So that song came on, and we were just like, and then like my dad is just like in the background. That was 4th of July, you guys. We had a good ass time. So if you guys need to follow me so that you can understand. Anyways,
on Snapchat, right? Was that a Snapchat?
That was, yeah. Follow me on Snapchat to get all that information at Wicked Waht, WICKED WA. For that. So anyways, you guys are talking about something else. Go on ahead and listen to Baba Binky Blanket, and go on ahead and give this video a thumbs up.
Thumbs it up, guys. If you guys thumbs it up, listen, if we get, listen right now, how many thumbs do we have?
I don't know because I'm on StreamYard.
I know.
Yeah.
If we can get 30 likes, more than I have to find out, then one of us will twerk for them.
Okay. Tiana or Jessie Lee or Mickey, can you guys tell us how many likes we have?
I can tell you too. I'm gonna go to the YouTube.
Baba Binky Blanket says she only sees 4. Oh, 71 likes. 98 likes?
There's 93 people in the room.
Okay.
There's 71 likes. Okay. So
31 likes?
There's 71 likes.
Oh, okay. Shit. I was like, what?
I'm going to give us one free like. I just liked it on my own account.
Okay.
So,
here's what I'll do. I'll put this down so we can get another vantage point.
Uh-huh. Do. I wish I could boob twerk. Boop, boop, boop.
Okay, here we go. So I'm putting my thing back a little bit. Oh, this completely changes the shot when I do this.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So what it is I have a desk or like a coffee table where the top lifts up and comes towards me so that I can type easily. And that's what I just did. So how many likes? 96 in the room, 67 likes, 76 likes. If I can get 96 likes, I will twerk for you guys.
Now, here's the thing. You obviously don't want to see me twerk. I've said a billion times I can't twerk. And you have to know that back there I'm sitting right now is a diving board. I have a diving board back. There's just no, you know what I'm saying? There's just no little pillow there. And it's like big though. It's big and wide and flat, truly crazy. And I can't work because of that. And because you really do need to have like some roundness back there, just so that when you move, the round fat hits the butt and then bounces back. And that is twerking. And if you have nothing there to just what's going to hit off at anything, what's going to jiggle? Because I could jiggle. I mean, you know, like I know what it's like to have fat that jiggles, and I know where it's not, and that's where it's not, my butt. So,
okay, so we can move on, but I need my moderators to tell me how many likes we have.
Right now it says 77.
What? I just said, guys, we have 99 people in the room. We need 20 likes. Oh, 100 people in the room, 20 likes. But while we do that, moderators, I need you to tell me when we get to the amount of likes that we have, and then I'll do. So if we get 100 likes, we'll do the twerking. But for the time being, let's talk about, girl, you look good once you vax that thing up. You's a fine mother once you vax that thing up. And that is Juvenile creating a remix of Back That Thing Up for my generation, because anytime that song comes on, I will 100, like, I can tell you guys 100% without any delay that when that song comes on, no matter where I am, what I'm doing, what the circumstances is, I will be dancing. Okay? So here's some lyrics to the song. And I'm not going to be good at it because to me, it kind of doesn't make any sense.
Oh, yeah.
Here it goes. As soon as I can get my computer to stop acting like it's slow. Like I didn't just purchase my own Wi-Fi for it.
Are you playing the video?
No, I'm not playing the video because I couldn't figure out how to get to it. I know, sorry. Sharon Stone? Oh shoot, I deleted it. Hold on.
Said it was like da back a bad day, banana day. You know, just like what are you?
You don't know the words to back that thing up?
I know this part. You're a big fine woman. Once you back that thing up, girl, you look good. Once you back that. Okay, I already said it right. Girl, you look good. Won't you back the thing up? You're a fine looking woman. Won't you back the thing up? Call me Big Daddy when you back the thing up. Who are you playing with? Back that thing up. That part I know. I just don't know the what was in the badge, the do was in the happy, you know.
Okay, so the words are, oh shoot, where can I find it? Come on, internet, stop playing games with me. You notice also I have to go to the bathroom really bad because I've been drinking some vino.
No.
Oh, you can't tell?
Oh, we have a super chat.
You guys haven't been able to tell this entire time that she's inebriated?
Cash money taken over from the 99 to the 2000s. I'm from New Orleans, and when you hear those words, everybody stops in what they're doing and dances.
Oh my God. Cash money taking over for the 99 and 2000. Girl, you look good. Won't you back that ass up? You's a fine. Won't you back that ass up? Girl, who was you playing with?
Yeah.
Big bandit, done landed, see the jaws handed.
What? What is it? I honestly don't know.
Y'all. Game spit it, y'all. Put the broad on the wall, then I hit it, y'all. Feeling kind of lonely. I'm feeling homely. Put the piece in the middle like Monet. Thick, big plumber chick. In a hummer chick. Beat that ass like a brrrr drummer chick. See here, pretty cat. Look at that. I love a little hooded rat. That's a fact. Use a big fine. Get it, girl. Quit it, girl. I'm the Nick to hit it, girl. Why can't I find the words? The words were on this.
What? You just said wait. What are you? Did you see that by yourself? What do you mean?
That was Manny Fresh's. That was Manny Fresh's verse. That's why.
Oh, you just killed that. I mean, like I was like so impressed. Wait, do you want me to play the Vax one just over my phone, just so we can hear it?
Go ahead and play it, because I can't find it right now.
Okay, where is it? So just as wait, take the screen off.
I'm taking it off. Sorry, I didn't realize I was on the internet looking around for things.
Yeah,
there we go.
Wait, now it's not letting me do it. Okay, wait, there it is. Okay, wait. Coming.
Find a mate, open up the okay ass, profile picture looking tight, nice, got your bio reading right, precise, you find a date, you gotta wait, gotta go back to get it straight, girl, you look good, want you fax that thing up, who's a handsome young brother, want you fax that thing up, ain't a real lady, need to fax that thing up, really freaky, all naked, need to fax that thing up.
Honey, vax that thing up. You gotta twerk from Waht, what she promised. And I think we were when I last checked, we were only like 6 away from yeah. See, Waht, like
I have to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
You go ahead, I'm taking myself out.
Put me on. Obviously, there are some comments like, I've seen a lot of skinny women twerking, or like anyone could twerk or whatever. Okay, so I think it is the thing I said, which I don't know if I have fat placement on my butt in order to twerk. However, I will also acquiesce that maybe like I don't have to tell you, like my butt it doesn't go back as much as I want it to, like in the upswing. Like I know what it's like to have mobility of hips because I can like do like, it's like I'm not loosey and goosey, but when it comes to twerking, like I just can't I don't have enough of that back movement. Like my back doesn't want to do that. Anyway, so I'm happy to see, the peeps making money, honey, and sending a message, so it's interesting also because have you noticed, to my single friends, have you noticed any sort of uptake in your dating life in the past month or 6 weeks or the past 2 months? Maybe that's what that means. Like, because of the pandemic. Like, for instance, I am like part of one of like a pool of like dating for like one of those matchmaker services, but like I don't pay for it, but like I'm just like a part of like whatever the pool of people that bring their clients to. And I have gotten reached out to like 4 times in the past 2 months. And and prior to that, like I'd only been reached out to twice the whole time. So there seems to be a very, a much of people that want to get vaxxed or people who are now vaxxed, honey, and they want to go out and get it. I have a peach and I can't twerk. Oh my God, really? Concede, Chris, concede. Listen, I'll concede. You think I won't concede? Absolutely. I mean, I do try so hard. I mean, I'm sitting there and I am like, there's been so many times. One time I did a version of it where I put my leg up on a rock and my cousin Monique got like a video where I was like, I think I'm doing it. There's been times in which I've taken pictures of my butt where I'm laying in such a way that if I can prop one leg up, it like creates a little bit of the undercarriage that will give me like, what? Oh my goodness, there's something back there. But it's like, it's Bella Hadid's It's All Smoke and Mirrors. Go find your Lebanese prince. You know, honey, I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't think he's going to, I mean, it's going to be crazy to actually try and meet someone of this small pocket of people that I'm from. And I'm not married to that, literally or figuratively. Lisa, you know, at this point, especially because you hear me talk about what I want or what I need, you know, like every episode, I can't wait to talk about more about what I want and need for myself. God, I'm really a narcissist, but it'll be an energy. I'm excited to pick out an energy. Waht. Now Waht has been directing this whole time, picking up the comments. She's so happy, you know, like she, you know, got levied. She's free from the burden of having to go to the bathroom. She's light as a feather, honey, and she's enjoying it.
You said undercarriage and she loved it. I have a picture of you where I was going to post it, but then I was like, she's going to kill me. But I have a good picture of Chris where she's downstairs in her kitchen and her butt is poking out. I'm going to try to.
Oh, I think I know what I'm talking about. Is I'm in the Christmas pajamas?
No, you're not in Christmas pajamas. You're wearing a black jumper. It was the day that, remember I took this picture of you looking absolutely stellar?
Yes.
You didn't like that picture because you didn't post it anywhere, so I know you didn't like it. But anyways, so there is this picture where I think Chris is kind of giving us something. You know what I'm saying? He's giving us a little something.
Okay. Now, interesting what butts look like. Like okay. So
but I want you to look at the house shoes. Like we are full on in like house lady attire.
No makeup on. Yeah, that's why I knew this was not gonna be a fun picture.
No, but you can't really see your face. So it's not like it's like, oh, look at her, you know, whatever.
There are times in which my butt can look big because there is stuff back there. It's just why. But like, okay. You guys, when you look at that, do you think when you look at that, are you like, that's a butt? Or are you kind of like,
that's an extension of her back?
Yeah. Are you thinking that that's a butt? I don't know. Does that look like a butt? It looks like a small butt, kind of for a big.
How talented she is. Like this is a full on Chris. Chris is like a person that has a lot of like mobility. Look at her. She's like looking under her bed and not being dramatic. This is literally, I took a picture of my friend just looking under her bed. She's like, I'm like, Chris, blah, blah, blah. She's like, oh, I don't know. And looking underneath the bed to find an article in the most uncomfortable manner.
Yeah.
For her, it's completely comfortable.
Yeah, I often, you know, like I move like, this is going to sound a little stereotypical and maybe racist, but you know how you would expect a very agile Asian man to move who maybe teach it, like maybe who has to get under things. Like because I can squat like an Eastern person would squat. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, like I can sit low, like on flat feet with bent knees. You know what I'm talking about? Like that feels good to me.
It's like this. Pretend my butt is at my knees. She can do that.
Yeah. So, yeah, you know, I do Pilates. So I do Pilates, which has helped my butt, where I now feel like I have some muscle because I do squats and lunges with like smaller amounts of weights and or like ankle weights, you know, like I know that there are ways of building a booty if you like lift real heavy, like we're talking like 30 to 50 pounds, if not more. But I've been doing all of this in my home, you know, because it's like the pandemic. And so I'm not comfortable to like be lifted. I don't know how I don't have the equipment to lift to like do that kind of work, you know, so I'm just working with my little Peloton and my things. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm still live. You guys, we're an hour and 14 minutes in. It is 9:14. Chris, we talked way past our time that we normally end at.
Did we talk about all the things?
No. Let's see what else I have to talk about. Oh no, we did talk about everything. Yeah, we did.
All the movies coming out. What movies were you talking? Oh no, okay. I want to talk about what movies were you talking?
The movies we were talking about was Black Widow is coming out on Disney Plus. Also, a new G.I. Joe movie, like the origin story, and there's one other that's coming out. And I was like, you guys, depending on your state, the world is opened. Even my job's like behavior is a little bit more laxed. I'm able to go to work now without having to wear my mask because I'm vaccinated. And so, yeah, it's been great. Like I literally for the last 2 weeks have been wearing lipstick every day. And I'm like, let's just show off this side of my face. I have been enjoying being able to do that. Also, what I've noticed is that now I'm very aware of if my breath smells. Like all of a sudden that stress of if I have smelly breath is back because I don't have to wear a mask anymore.
See, that was so weird because I was the opposite. Like I was always cognizant of my breath wearing a mask because I was the one smelling it immediately. So I would always be like, mint mask, mint in a mask, honey, little mint in a mask, little M&M, little M&M, you know?
Yeah, now I'm just like, oh my God, is everybody smelling my breath? And I always have to have a mirror. Now my mirror is open constantly. I'm like, do I look okay? Do I look okay? So it's interesting, but I feel less sweaty and less crazy. But it's weird though, going to work and not having to wear a mask. But then anytime you go into any stores, you have to wear a mask. Like, so Target, you don't have to wear a mask, but I'm also weird because I don't want to when I'm in the stores, I'm like, I don't know who's vaccinated and who's lying about it. Whereas at my work, you have to provide proof of vaccination in order to not be wearing a mask. So it's comfortable. But in public, people, I'm sure, are lying about whether or not they've been vaccinated when they go into a store that doesn't require you to wear a mask if you've been vaccinated, but it's only on the trust level. So that's what I've been having a hard time an issue with. So yeah, it's nice. I feel good. Go ahead.
So we're gonna talk about what we're into in a second, but I just say, so that's like with the movies coming out. I was like a little like update of like TV shows. Big Brother started last night. Probably. Okay. Oh, I just feel like it just came in, honey. We just like slow.
I brought my thing lifts and comes forward. Did you see me zoom in just now?
No, I loved it. Also, like I didn't know that Big Brother was gonna be on until I got a text from this one who was like, Big Brother's on tonight, and like. I mean, I went through years where I loved Big Brother and like Waht never watched it. And for some reason, like she was the first person to tell me. Well, what?
No, I did watch it. Remember I watched with Swaggy C?
Yeah, you did.
And Queen Bey. Yeah. And then I watched the season with the tall, like Southern man and the short Filipina lady that were like, he was married and missed his family and she was not married and she got to like 2 or 3. So I've watched like every other season of it. I just get weird because do you remember when we were at the YouTube space, we met a guy named Nick Uhas who, okay, maybe you weren't there with me. But I could have sworn he was there when we met Tiffany. But anyways, I met a former cast member of Big Brother and he talked about how dirty, he was only there for 2 weeks. He only made it to the 2nd episode. And he talked about how dirty the space was. And I was just like, so now when I watch it, I just see like these nasty ass people vying for each other's, attentions. So
they have ants and they have like people to take out the trash and like all the people and like, like
on their period.
Yes. So all of that's horrible. So Big Brother's on though. So you can be watching that if you're into it. And, is TV wise, I'm trying to think if there's like anything important besides
Love After Lockup.
Oh yeah, and
I'm reviewing.
Okay, and Tracy passed away, which is crazy, and her brother now thinks it might be foul play, but I'm not quite sure. And
she died in a hotel, and it was a week after she gave birth.
Yeah.
So like,
so sad. God bless. Okay, so do you have something that you're into?
I'm just into the fact that the movie theaters are opening up and a lot of fun movies are available. I'm not going to go to the movies. I do have AMC stock, so I'm waiting for that to go up. But I'm not going to go to the movies because I'm still really worried about people lying about being vaccinated and people just being like and touching things. So I will be, though, spending more money, I guess, on Disney Plus. Oh, Black Widow. That's what's coming out. So the next Marvel movie is Black Widow. So as much as like she's not the most exciting character, it is an all woman, and she's not a woman of color, so it's fine. But Scarlett Johansson has her own solo movie, and it looks like it's going to be effing dope. And they've painted her to be somebody who's a great superhero who we'd want to watch. And so yeah, so I'm definitely going to be watching that. It's coming out on Friday. There's a new G.I. Joe movie. If you haven't watched Cruella, I haven't yet, but Chris says it's great. And I also got my boss's boss said that it was great on a call to this week. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah. People also are watching Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, New York, and Below Deck Mediterranean. People, give a comment if you watch a show and what you're into, because we always want to know what people are into and watch. Okay, so what I'm into, and I don't think I talked about this yet, okay. What I'm into is, and excuse me if I haven't, I feel like I talked about it in one of my videos for Happily Ever After. That's why I think I'm like confused. Apple came out with their version of a tile, which is called an Apple AirTag. And if you had a tile, it's like a little thing you put in, on your keys or in your wallet, and you can find it. And but I think they were always notoriously buggy. Like I would be in front of something pushing it, it wouldn't like bring you any sort of like noise or like at all shout out where it is. The Apple Tag, it does have to like have a Bluetooth connection where it hits another phone to kind of give an accurate location. But once you know where it is, and once you're in the vicinity with your own phone, it is incredibly easy to find the AirTag / object it's connected to, because it literally will be like 10 feet, 9 feet, 8 feet. So they were introduced about 2 months ago. I found out about them because I was at a bachelorette party and my friend lost her wallet. And I had another friend have them. And I was like, what is that? She's like, yeah, you put in your wallet, you put it anywhere. So I bought them immediately. I got 4. And in the 4, I've now traveled with them. And I lost my luggage. And it was annoying because it happened at Dallas-Fort Worth Airport, which is why I know it's a shit show. And I was in Oklahoma City. So I saw it not with me. I knew where it was the whole time, but I was already in Oklahoma City. I had to wait for it to come to me. They said it was going to come later on that night. I just kept checking. I knew it wasn't going to because I didn't leave Dallas until the morning. The morning I realized in Oklahoma City, they still hadn't even called me yet because I know it's there. I just brought my ass back to the airport, opened my phone. It was like D until I found it. It was like, this is mine. Bring me. I'm taking this home. So to travel with it is amazing. And this is the other crazy thing that I use it on. I went to Disneyland with my cousins and their kids, my little nieces and nephews I'm obsessed with, and they had them for their kids, honey, and they already make little bracelets that the Apple Tag goes in. It's like a little watch, and you can have all your kids with them. You don't lose a kid. So it's that. It's your wallet. It's your keys. It's your luggage. It's your backpack. It's like, I want to put one just in my makeup case. It looks like a little disc, a little quarter. Okay, the bad part of it is who knows what owns you, right? Who knows what's using your phone to location? Who knows who owns you? I'm going to tell you that as an American that lives in this technical world, I hate to say this, I can consider the fact that maybe I've surrendered certain amount of liberties to America and Apple and Google. I think that I have written yes to enough contracts where I'm like, no, I think that these people kind of own me. So I don't know how I would go against them at this point if they were to like try and harm me personally or take things away from me. I think I would just have to like join the other side. I would just have to like become one of them. So that's how I feel about that. But those Apple AirTags are a great, very necessary thing that also feels like I can't live without now. So that's all I have to say.
Um, what am I into? I'm into wine. Specifically this wine from Trader Joe's.
Badger House?
Hound. It's delicious.
Badger Hound. Okay.
Badger Hound is delicious. It's, I think, $7.99, maybe $10.99. I'm not sure, but it's delicious.
My love is it just says I think just because of the label and the light, is it just a red Zinfandel? Is that what I'm seeing there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Sonoma County Zinfandel.
You know, as you become a wine drinker, I love this little app. It's like a little Shazam app for wine. It's called Vivino. It looks like this, and you can just take a picture like of any wine label. You can be doing it in the market. Just take a picture of the wine label, and it like tells you everything about it, what people say about it, and you can also make notes like, oh, I like this one, I don't, and then at the end, like be able to like start to like maybe have a accurate representation if you need help of what you enjoy in your palate. I know.
This one though is bad. You wouldn't know because I drank it a lot of it today.
You like white over, you like red or white, or you just
no,
like?
I like red, 100% red. Okay. This was like whack. And I didn't feel it until like halfway through this live, and I was like, oh, I'm feeling saucy.
Okay, my babe.
I didn't finish I didn't finish maths, so I feel really bad about that. But I want to talk about Big Brother, because here's the deal. I've been slacking on my YouTube pimping. I've only been doing one video a week, and that is Say What with Waht and Chris. And I realized that I am, again, this is another realization again in my life, that I am losing money for no reason.
I wish you'd do it on my channel, but then you wouldn't make money. But I wish you would do it on my channel.
Because I feel guilty for doing lives. And so I need to let go of that and just be like, listen, there are some YouTube channels who are very successful and all they do are lives. I want to edit videos for you because I feel like I have a better opportunity of showing myself and being very funny. But I don't have the time for that. I just don't have the time for that anymore. And, you know, there are people on here who do Love After Lockup videos, and they do live directly after the show drops, and they do very well. Her name is Ashley something or other, and she does absolutely well. And I love her take on Love After Lockup. And I'm like, why can't I do that? You know who also does it? Nikki Star Tutorials. Not Nikki Star Tutorials, Nikki Star. I love Nikki Stars, and she does lives all the time. So why am I feeling guilty? So here's the deal. I'm going to try to go as live as often as possible. And it'll be sneak attacks sometimes. They won't be sneak attacks. This is obviously Thursdays, 8 p.m. Ready to go. But you guys, I have to shampoo the stairs right now. I've made a commitment to do so because I need them to be clean for Saturday. Chris, what's happening on Saturday?
You guys, this is so exciting. But Waht is throwing a murder mystery dinner where we're all coming in characters, and we have our characters. And just so you guys know, I already know my outfit. And so I obviously know my character, and that's like fun. But I know what I'm going to wear. I don't know my shoes yet. I think they're going to have to be like somewhat comfortable shoes because I'm having issues. But I also am going to have like crazy hair. It's going to be my own hair, Waht. I'm not going to buy a wig because it would be annoying me all day. So Waht found this game. We were together. I think we were at Target or something like that. She's like, I want to buy this game. And I was like, okay. A murder mystery game, Secrets of Emerald Hill, the immersive 1980s themed dinner party game where crime is served a la carte. No, that's a lie because this crime is served, honey, with like a 10-course meal. It's not a la carte. So yeah, we're like, that's what's happening. I'm sure it's going to be all over Wah's Snapchat. That's the instruction booklet. Like, it's a whole thing. Like, Waht and her sister have had to cook specific meals. That was the invitation.
You guys, inside of the invitation is a detail. We didn't send them out to people because we didn't want people to forget this and then not know who their characters are. But each course has a script. And are we, as two theater
nerds,
Nerds. Making people read these. Yes. So what's going to happen is Chris is going to come, and she is somebody by the name of Christine Easton. I am somebody by the name of Annabelle Weathers. And what's going to happen is we're going to read this script, and we're going to read it with intent and acting ability, and everyone else is just going to read it without. So it's going to be the funniest thing.
Also, one thing that she forgot to say is that it definitely takes place in England. So we're all of us going to have English accents. And when I say that all of us are going to have English accents, the people that can do one.
Every course has a script, you guys. And I haven't read the script because I want to be just as surprised. So when Chris comes, we're gonna review the script because as good actors, we've got to know what's going on. And as a good actor, and I'm going to make Chris help me do this because she understands what happens when you're a performer, is that you have to be prepared to a certain extent. And people are going to be they're going to be confused. They're going to be slightly embarrassed. They're going to be, those two things exactly. And this is something that I've experienced a lot, especially with my siblings when I try to get them to do things on my level and they're like, wait, I don't get it. I'm like, no, read it with intent. Why would that character say something? I definitely want to direct it, but I'm not going to. So what is happening is that there are 8 people who are invited to this dinner party, and we're going to read the script for every course. In between, there are going to be other games going on. Example, I've invited other people who are not one of the characters in this, and they're going to play games like Jenga, Taboo, Cards, Dominoes, Phase 10, Uno, Scrabble, Culture Tags, Black Card Revoked, all those things, right? So we have so much games going on outside of it that they can play if they want to. But if they really just want to sit down and watch us read scripts, they're more than welcome to do so. And then everyone can guess who the killer is at the end. It's not Victorian. It's set in the 80s.
Yeah. I'm so excited.
Yeah. So anyways, that's what's going on Saturday. So watch our Instagrams. Chris's Instagram, which is...
Chris L. Farah.
Chris L. Farah.
Use banners to summarize your talking points and display calls to action, just like you use this banner to say.
Sorry. How do I take it off?
No, it's great. It's also, why is this writing in black, my love? You can't see it at all. It needs to be in white.
Anyways, so follow Chris on those things so that you can watch her version of what goes down. And then follow me on Snapchat, which I will do the day. I don't know what time Chris is coming to my house. I told her she can come as early as possible. She can even come there and bring her items and get dressed at my house. It's perfectly okay. And so me and my sister's clothes are in the dry cleaners because I went thrifting and I purchased dishes and clothes for this event. Dishes, bitch.
Dishes, bitch. Okay, well, also I didn't even tell you this, but God knows, God bless, is that I have to go to LA tomorrow. I didn't realize this, but I have to go to LA tomorrow, and so I will have access to my big crock pot. So now I'm like, I could make something, and but I don't know what I should make, and it's like,
make the Coke Vin, because my friend Danny, who was on here earlier, says that it's a very easy crock pot meal.
That's now this is the only thing. I hate mushrooms. I hate them. And they're a big part of it. Now, I could just suck it up and make the mushrooms. Or I looked up and I was like, one person used celery instead. And I was like, I guess I use celery.
No, use celery. It's fine. Because we are making a mushroom vegan stroganoff because my sister-in-law is vegan. So I've ordered 2 tiramisu cakes, and I've also gonna get a Caesar salad. It's so funny because this game provides the menu, and it's like tiramisu, and I'm like basic, and then it's like Caesar salad, and I'm like basic, and then it's like shrimp fondue,
scampi?
No. Cocktail. I'm like basic. And then it's like Arctic roll. I'm like basic. So a lot of the food that was fancy back in the day in the 80s is like basic now. Like we all eat Caesar salad now. It's not fancy. But back in the day, because this is set in a fancy time period, they give us an example of what we should make. But we are going to have a fondue, Chris. And I gave my sister Sawai the money to go ahead and get a fancy ass fondue.
I do have a fondue set at my apartment too, but it's not that big. But I do have one if you need an extra one.
Well, bring it. It's fine. Bring it. If you can have it and it's real convenient for you to bring, don't stress out. But the starters are shrimp cocktail, vol au vent, whatever that is, and Caesar salad. The main course is coq au vin, cheese fondue, beef Wellington, mushroom stroganoff, and chicken Kiev. And the desserts are tiramisu, Arctic roll, bake Alaska, and Black Forest gâteau. So we're making these things, and look at this. It's definitely not geared for Black people, but we've gone ahead to make it for Black people because Chris will be the only non-Black person there. However, still a person of color. So we're going to really make this a fun time. Go ahead and follow us on our social medias so that you can be abreast to this party. And if we're feeling froggy and if we have enough wine in us, we might go live a little bit. You know, we never know. So we want to thank you guys so much for joining us on this Thursday night for an hour and a half. We love you guys. We love your support. We love your energy. And we want to thank Quasimodem, which is Mickey. We want to thank JW. We want to thank Tiana. We want to thank Jessie Lee, who are our moderators. Hi, Lisa. We see that you're here. And everybody, Scorpio. Oh my God, you guys, Scorpio. Thank you for supporting us. Scorpio is one of the baddest and the best in the business, okay? She keeps us 90 Day Fiancé information down the house, okay? We want to thank Lisa Sums. We want to thank Baba Baby Binky Blanket for our super chat. We want to thank Soraya. We want to thank Empress. We want to thank Baby Nico Mommy. We want to thank Miriam. We want to thank Sway Jones. We want to thank anyone else that I missed, and I'm so sorry that I missed you. Maybe you were at the beginning of this. Angelica. We want to thank you guys for being like consummate supporters of us and our nonsense and our silliness. And yeah, so that is the end of this video. And share, like, and subscribe. All right, Chris, do your outro.
Love you guys so much. And this is what I always tell people. I tell people to take care of yourselves and each other, to stand up for what you believe, and to make art or a coq au vin.
And I want to say to you guys, remember to be you, be true, and find your place. Bye. Join us next Thursday for another installment of
Say Waht
with Chris and Waht, and then also find us on our social medias. Tiana, thank you so much. Lynn J, love you. Saraya.
Coco Bang Bang.
Coco Bang Bang. I can't believe I almost forgot about Hot Coco Bang Bang. Also Sherwood. Thank you for our Caribbean folk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Thank you. You have a fantastic day.